I'm Chelsea.
I'm Dee.
And welcome to Postpartum Uncut.
We decided to create a safe space for all the moms, new ones, OGs, all the moms everywhere, or just anybody interested in learning more information, talking about postpartum and what that process really looks like. The nitty gritty, the not cute stuff, the real uncut version of what happens after you have the baby.
This was something that was super personal to us because we just felt completely unprepared for this phase of motherhood. Like she was saying, the real uncut, unfiltered, just the real truth behind everything that goes on. It's not talked about, so it's just something we kind of wanted to share with you guys.
Through our experience, we just realized like not many of us are prepared, and that's really surprising to me because people have been having babies since the beginning of time. So we're trying to figure out why we still feel unprepared. So that's what our channel's about. Before we continue, we're going to talk about one of our mocktails from this month's flight. Our first mocktail was created by Miss Chelsea. What's the name of this?
So this one is called Summer Sunset. I really like this drink because it's very refreshing. It's very simple to make, and obviously it's appealing to the eyes. What do you think?
The bomb.
Okay.
It's nice and balanced with all the fruit.
Can you see this at like barbecues, you know?
It's definitely a summertime drink for the nieces when they come over.
We're gonna dive into like our birthing process, how we got to where we are today, just give you a little bit of background that kind of prompted all of this on this channel. So Dee, what happened during your birthing process?
Okay, so my birth wasn't really eventful. It was it was a lot of hormonal things for me. But I am team boy mom. I have a baby boy. He is almost 5 months old now. My gestation period was like normal full term. I gave birth at maybe like 38, 39 weeks. I'd never left my ultrasound appointment, so it was pack up and go straight to the delivery. We had him vaginally. I definitely was medicated, and we are a 2-parent household. Try to figure this out. I am now a stay-at-home mom. I went from working all the time, all day, multiple jobs, and now I'm like at home with my baby, and it is the best thing ever.
Nice.
Oh, Chelsea.
Is it good?
Yes, this drink is fire.
I'm glad you like it.
So tell them about your experience and giving birth to your baby girl.
Yeah, so my experience was definitely, I think, a tad bit more, dramatic and emotional. First of all, I didn't even find out I was pregnant until I was 4.5 months. I know. I was shocked. I'm really active. I'm in the gym 3-4 times a week. I'm on birth control. I was on birth control, believe it or not, during that time. I didn't have any periods because my birth control took it away. So I just had none of like the typical symptoms to let me know I was pregnant. So I eventually went to the doctor. They were like, yeah, you're 4.5 months pregnant. I said, okay, cool. So like fast forward, I got really sick and I had to deliver my baby early. I delivered her at 6.5 months. Had an emergency C-section. It was just a lot going on. From there, I ended up being a NICU mama for about 2 months. Baby girl finally got to come home. That was such an exciting period for me.
It really was.
Yeah. It was a long journey. But then from there, I basically spent up all of my maternity leave at the NICU. So I had to go to work probably like 2 weeks after I got home. And so now I am a full-time mom and I'm a full-time RN. And so, yeah, I'm just balancing motherhood right now. That's my journey.
And we made it. We in here.
We did.
She is 8 months, 7 months? Almost 8.
Yeah, like 7.5.
5 and 8 months in this game,
yeah.
Okay? And it has been a journey.
But we're making it.
So, Chels, let's talk about why we feel so unprepared. Because like we said, we had all that drama with birth and all these things happening. I know I freaked out about what was going to happen until it like happened.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was like you get home with the baby and it's like, okay, now what?
What am I supposed to do?
Right. And then in the middle of trying to figure out what to do, you have to deal with all these things you didn't feel like you know about. I know I did. So tell me, why do you think we are so unprepared still?
I think kind of as a society, we spend so much time glamorizing everything leading up to the birth. Like maternity photo shoots, gender reveals, baby showers.
For sure.
Are we gonna get a doula? Like epidural, no epidural. Like there's just so much being spent on that. What toys am I gonna have at home for my baby? Like it's just so much that we focus on that way that when it comes to the postpartum, we really never stopped to kind of think about what was going to go on during that journey. And then also too, like a lot of people just don't really speak about it. It's always easy to talk about, you know, what we're going to do for the baby shower, XYZ, but no one wants to talk about the postpartum period and like, oh, my baby's not latching, so she's having trouble feeding,
Man.
or I'm bleeding everywhere. What pads did you guys use postpartum? Like that's just stuff that isn't broadcasted. So it's kind of like we're unprepared as a society because we spend so much time focusing on the things we could like control and prepare for, essentially.
That is a good observation, realizing that those are the things that we have control over.
Mm-hmm.
But then that leaves room for error when there's things that happen and we're unprepared. Then like we are in the ocean without a paddle. Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Okay. I personally feel like too that I experienced a lot of negative, and I don't necessarily feel like it was intended to be negative, but when you're pregnant, there's a lot going on with your body and a lot going on with your emotions. Now, yes, there are hormonal things happening that contribute to my level of sensitivity, but there are a lot of small talk dialects, social conversations that are created that are now normal, that are actually very personal and very triggering because we assume everyone's having the same experience. And because everyone talks about the regular stuff, like I'm not sleeping, I'm throwing up, like we knew that was going to happen, right? So we're prepared for that. I felt like I got gaslighted and dismissed a lot by people that's like, oh, well, I mean, you ain't seen nothing yet. And I'm like, okay, but that doesn't help me today.
Can I focus on
Like,
what's going on right now?
right. Like, I didn't really even need a solution. I just didn't need that comment. Like,
That's one event.
I also feel like there's a lot of, I got a lot of energy from the OG moms, like the people that I really wanted to learn stuff from. I felt like I got a little disappointed in because they were kind of gatekeeping certain things. Like it gave the energy of like, I paid my dues, so you pay yours too. Like, oh, you be all right. And I'm like, yeah, I might, but why would I work this hard when you know what happened, right? It's like, pay it forward. It's how I feel about things. I feel like being a community and supporting each other, what people really need is support. And gatekeeping, gaslighting, and dismissing are just not things that contribute to supporting each other. They're just not. So that was the more disappointing part of that for me, and I do feel like that's why I felt a little unprepared, as well as the topics you said too, for sure.
Yeah, I definitely get that. And kind of piggybacking off what you said, yes, I do feel like it's a community, so all moms should kind of want to pass down knowledge. But by the same token, though, we do have to acknowledge that these are people sometimes that had babies 30, 35, 40 years ago, so they can't always pass down something that they didn't experience. Like, nobody could recommend the baby Brezza to me because my mom had a baby that just wasn't on the market. So it's just, there's certain things that, yes, they definitely can pass down, and other things is we're going to have to navigate it on our own because things are always changing. Even next year, there's probably going to be a baby Brezza 2.0 out there.
Y'all know I love my baby Brezza, okay?
So it's just going to be different things that we have to kind of focus on and just kind of realize that some things we can ask for help on and other things we may just have to kind of figure it out on our own. But nobody should definitely feel isolated or gaslit or anything like that because it should be everybody uplifting each other.
Yeah, so I would have definitely appreciated more encouraging tones, at least.
Yeah.
You know, and then it's like my reaction to that is based on, oh, your pregnant hormones are no, they're not. Calm down. So yeah, I think that's a good summary of why and what kind of where we need to kind of fill gaps from here on out. So that is basically the streamlined version of what we're going to be talking about. We're going to get more specific from here on out.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to talk about everything. We have like pumping, we have breastfeeding, because you think you know something, but you don't know.
It's so much out there.
It is not for the weak, I'll tell you that. So we have so many more discussions coming up. We would hope that you guys stay with us through this journey, this YouTube journey we have started, and being super unfiltered with you guys, which is the complete opposite of what the internet has going for us. So, join this ride with us. Make sure you like, subscribe all videos, and make sure you stay tuned for next week's video.
And definitely, we like commentary, so type any comments, questions, concerns that you have on our video, and yeah, we'll definitely try to address what we can.
Yes. Oh my God. You know what? Totally. What we should do is, if you are a new mom or an OG mom, let us know in the comments. If you're a new mom, put I'm a new mom. And if you're an OG, you've been through this, you got 4 kids, I don't know, or you had kids back in the day, let us know, like, I'm an OG. We just want to see who's actually, like, hanging out with us.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little something. Drop that in the comments, though.
Yeah. See y'all.
Thanks.